Folks, we're joined here on the wide world of wrestling by one half of the Southeastern Tag Team Champions, Sigmund and the Heat Seekers, fresh off Coalfield, Tennessee, is some controversy surrounding these tag team championships. At the end of the day, you guys walked out with the gold. Question is, where's your tag team partner? No Elliott Russell.
Isn't that a pretty title?
Gorgeous.
What do you think about it? I mean, it looks really good, especially looks good around the waist of the Heat Seekers, right? And you asked where Elliott was. Did I tell you where he was? Exactly, okay? I'm here tonight to do a little bit of research, a little bit of scouting. You know, we got the NAV, right? And the Stew crew, who think they deserve to be tag team champions. By the way, I heard them talking after the Coalfield show. They think they got wronged. But, oh, you got a problem with my hand on your shoulder? No. Okay. But I'm here tonight to watch this tag team match and see what develops, because we're always ready for any challenges that step in the ring with us for our tag team titles. We're ready and defending night in, night out, and that's no different. Matter of fact, you know what? Whoever wins this match tonight, next week, we'll give them a shot.
Strong declaration from Sigmund, one half of the JCP Southeastern Tag Team Champions. We're back in a moment. And we welcome you to the wide world of wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Matt Rhodes here alongside Dr. Todd Pritchard. A big week here on this program as we'll see our new Southeastern Heavyweight Champion, RT3, in action as he goes up against Dillon McQueen. Plus the ladies are in action as well, Doc.
I am so excited about the women's division happening here in JCP, and I can tell you, Michele Green and Alice Crowley are just as excited to be the number one contender and become the new women's champion.
Absolutely look forward to that. And a big-time main event is the debut of the New Age Villains here on the wide world of wrestling as they'll be taking on the Stew crew. Great tag team division here in JCP, and we're going to see that showcase later today.
You're not kidding. Two great teams. I can't wait.
We're going to go down to the ring for our first contest of the day.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from the McQueen, being accompanied to the ring by Sigmund, Dillon McQueen.
Well, we talked about it in the opener. Big week this week. Dr. Tom and Dillon McQueen, the ever-controversial young man set for action, who'll be challenging the new Southeastern Heavyweight Champion non-title match in RT3.
Well, don't let appearances sway you in any way, because Dillon McQueen is one tough guy, and stepping in the ring with him is always an unpredictable moment in your life.
Yeah, we go back a few weeks ago. He had a one-on-one matchup with Axton Ray. He took Axton Ray to the limit, Doc. This man has improved his skill tenfold over the past 12 months. He has made a name for himself throughout this industry. A lot of people know the name of Dillon McQueen.
Yeah, that's one thing you can't do. You can't just sit there and stay at home. You have to get out and earn a reputation. And I got to agree, this guy is earning a reputation.
And also note, he is flanked by one half of the Southeastern Tag Team Champions, Sigmund, this week. So a little bit of help in the corner of the zaddy Dillon McQueen.
Well, I don't know if Dillon McQueen needs any help per se, but encouragement is always welcome. And I think Matt Sigmund is a guy who likes and can appreciate someone like Dillon.
Oh yeah, he'll provide some encouragement, all right, maybe with a headbutt or a right hand.
So, you know, you could be a little judgmental at times, Matt. I think maybe you ought to give him the benefit of the doubt sometime and realize it is encouraging words that help you to the limit.
Well, here's a man that can't afford the benefit of the doubt. I didn't mean to step over our lovely ring announcer there, but there is Roy Thacker III. He can't afford to give that benefit of the doubt in this matchup. He's going to have eyes in the back of his head, because not only does he face a fierce competitor in Dillon McQueen, but again, we mentioned Sigmund, And where's Elliott Russell? Where's the other heat seeker lurking? This may be a bad opportunity, a bad night for RT3.
I don't know. You can't always count on your partner. You always have to count on yourself, number one. And I think Roy Thacker understands that philosophy, and he's not taking anything for granted. I know a guy like RT3, the Southeastern heavyweight champion, is smarter than you're giving him credit for right now.
Well, no doubt, Thacker regaining that championship recently at a big JCP event in Wise, Virginia, where Roy Thacker is from one of the largest crowds in that area since the Smoky Mountain Wrestling days. Uh-oh, he's got the mic.
It's Dillon McQueen. But you probably already knew that. Now, not only am I an international travel superstar, I am the liaison for the current JCP Tag Team Champions, the Heat Seekers, baby. And I was trained by the legendary Dr. Tom Pritchard. So I'll be damned if I get in that ring unless that title's on the line, big boy. So what do you say? Hey, I got a challenge for you right now, Daddy. If you're half the man that I am,
done a lot of talking here.
Yeah,
which he's clearly not, you'll put that title on the line. What do you say, sister?
Well, I know.
What do you say, sis? Huh? Who wants to see the title on the line?
I know Dillon McQueen is able to defend himself in the ring, but I don't think it's wise to be taking this much time.
Well, I agree with you 100%, but the long story short here, he's asked Thacker to put the title on the line. Thacker has agreed this was originally a non-title match. Now things have changed. James Carson rings to the bell, and this one's underway.
Well, I got to give it to RT3 then. If he's actually going to put the championship on the line, that's a feather in the cap for Dillon McQueen. Obviously showing he has influence here. And
early strategy session there between Sigmund and McQueen. How many more of those sessions will they have?
Well, now there's for the title. You don't know it's that much more. I have to give it to you right now. You're right. Having Sigmund ringside is certainly putting the favor in Dillon's hands. You got to say that, Matt. He's got a championship match just by asking. That's influence.
Collar and elbow tie up to start the match. As Thacker showing his power, a former football standout star at his local high school. This man is in great shape and as strong as anybody in the JCP locker room. Dillon McQueen just found out.
Yeah, but come on, McQueen's in shape too. Look at this guy. He's been working hard for a long, long time now, and he's ready. In fact, I think he's sick and tired of not having people recognize the fact that he's a lot better than he's given credit for right now.
It's a valid point, but also in this matchup, we talked about the weight and how great these guys are in shape. But there is a weight disparity here. McQueen's probably giving up about 40 pounds to a guy like RT3. Will that pay dividends in this title matchup?
Yeah, well, we know it's not the size of the dog in the fight. Dillon McQueen has plenty of fight left in him, and I think that might be a frustration he needs to take care of real soon, or he could wind up on the losing end of this match.
Well, he hightails it to the outside. Thacker made a mistake for a moment and turned his back. But now back to face-to-face here. We're going to see a test of strength possibly. Let's see if McQueen can battle test of strength here with Thacker.
You know, the great thing about Dillon McQueen is he is unpredictable, and you can't guess what move he's going to do next. You can't guess what theory or psychological move he can. Oh, my God. Slapping a man in the ring is as big as RT3 isn't smart either.
Well, that was a paintbrush by Thacker. He needs to lay that in. As he hits a clothesline, now we go up. The power on display. This is where Thacker has to stick with his game. He's weakness in his strike, but he's got the power game and with the slam. Yeah,
good body slam by RT3. But, you know, again, it's going to take more than one to keep Dillon McQueen down.
McQueen trying to go for a suplex of his own here. And it countered. The power on display by RT3 goes for the cover. Going to hook both legs, Doc.
Yeah.
Put this away in only a 2.
Yeah, give it to Dillon McQueen for having the instincts to kick out because he was out on his feet.
Fireman's carry looked maybe for a driver of some sort here. Right to the eyes we go. And the momentum has just swung the other way.
Oh, good job by Dillon McQueen. Samoan drop. Here you go.
Page out of RT3's playbook. And McQueen hooks the leg, but only a 2 count. As the fortunes have been turned here, as McQueen now has the upper hand. Again, goes for a quick cover. Hooks the leg, only a 1 count. It'll take a little bit more than that to put away the Southeastern heavyweight champion right here on the opening match of this program.
Yeah, but watch how aggressive Dillon McQueen is. He stays on RT3. He wants that championship, and he has Sigmund at ringside to encourage him along the way.
Disaster kick there by McQueen. Cover, ref slides in for a 2. You see Sigmund barking instructions on the outside of the ring, trying to keep McQueen motivated and on the right track here. Laying the leather in with a chop. Caught. Look at this. He caught him there and hit him with a Uranagi out of midair. But McQueen.
Wow. It looked like Dillon hit his head.
McQueen, that didn't even register. McQueen popped right back up and hits a knee.
Yeah. That's that second nature. That's that aggressive streak he has. And Dillon McQueen is in control against the champion.
Well, McQueen's on top of him here, and you see him reaching back on that neck, trying to cut the air supply off here of the champion to get the titles on the line. Initially was not slated to be a title match, but Thacker agreed. He may be second-guessing himself now. Here goes the power. He's going to get him up. Maybe for a power slam and a counter by McQueen. McQueen almost landed flat on top of his head.
Yeah, it was awkward, but Dillon McQueen came out on top with that one. Here's another cover.
McQueen showing off his skill and how quick on his feet he is inside the ring. Nearly put the match away, and now right back to the attack.
This might not be a smart move either. I don't know why you need to go up top, Dillon, but I'd reconsider. Don't listen to them, man.
Is the reward worth the risk,
Think about it. Well, is it? Yeah, I don't know.
Taking his time. And this time it was not worth the risk as he lands in an awkward way. Thacker with a power slam. Great power slam right there, but I think Thacker may have hurt his shoulder there. As you see, rolled off. He wasn't able to make the cover.
Yeah, that's a high-risk maneuver in itself, trying to do a power slam with someone sitting on that top turnbuckle. So RT3 might have made a crucial error in this match, and it might cost him that championship.
Boy's had documented shoulder issues in the past. Seemed favoring it, but there's a solid clothesline. And it right arm seems to be functioning for the moment. There's that big Samoan drop. Cover here, hooks the inside legs. He bridges back and almost puts it away.
That was a close call for Dillon McQueen, but we don't know how bad Thacker hurt his elbow or hurt his shoulder. I mean,
Thacker likes to use that spear, Doc, so if he's hurt, he may not be able to execute that spear.
Yeah, McQueen's taking his time too. Whoa!
Look at the power by McQueen here. Man, goes up the ropes with another Samoan drop for the third time in this match.
What an innovative Samoan drop. You got to think of the power, just climbing up the ropes, having that much power to push off with.
And that's a large man on the shoulders of Dillon McQueen. You see Sigmund coming up with some more instruction. I think Sigmund is proven to be a very powerful option here in the corner for McQueen. He's providing a lot of advice.
Nice
shoulders are down. McQueen's shoulders are down here and almost gets counted out.
That could have been a 3. The referee was a little slow there. You got to admit, Matt. Come on.
McQueen goes for a roundhouse kick to the head. Missed it. Eats a spine buster. And this may be doing it for Thacker. That's it. Is that it? And the referee counted a 3. This match is over.
Wow.
RT3 is your winner, ladies and gentlemen.
And your winner, RT3.
McQueen attempted the kick out, but just a hair too late. Referee counted him down for a 3.
Yeah, that happens sometimes, Matt. You just never know. And that's why you have to pay attention to so many things in the ring. The referee's count is especially important because you don't know. And I think he hit his head pretty hard with that bump, man.
Well, we start the wide world of wrestling off this week with a victory for our Southeastern heavyweight champion, RT3. Back here on the wide world of wrestling, and we're going to be joined at this time by the international Swiss sensation, Michele Green. You have a big...
That's right. I look sensational, as always, because I am the Swiss sensation, a superstar, speaking 5 languages, and this jacket looks wonderful. I know you don't need to say it, because everything I wear looks great on me, because I am this brilliant and this beautiful. But I'll humor you. I'll give you one question today.
Of course, you're in singles action against Alice Crowley, and I'm being told that the winner of that match will...
That's not a question, because the answer is very clear. I will be the winner of this match. And then next week, I will face Riley Rocket to become the rightful #1 contender, because there can only be one, and I am the one. I am the answer. Michele Green.
Is Michele Green and Alice Crowley in just a matter of moments, folks.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first. From Zurich, Switzerland, she is the international Swiss sensation, Michele Green.
There is the international Swiss sensation, Dr. Tom, a young lady you know very well, the lovely Michele Green, on her way to the ring for action.
You're talking about a lady who is putting in the miles, paying the dues, coming where she needs to be to get noticed. And JCP is making an effort to show everyone in professional wrestling that we can gather the greatest lady wrestlers, gather the greatest lady athletes, and have a women's division like no other, and there's nothing to compare it to.
Absolutely agree with you 100%. The ladies division here at JCP already making an impact in this sport, and this is a big implication here. The winner of this match will go on next week to face Riley Rocket, and the winner of that would be the #1 contender for the women's championship. So big implications here. And making her wide world of wrestling debut is the Big Al, Alice Crowley. She's got a big following throughout the professional wrestling industry. We're excited to see her in action this week.
Yeah, well, this lady didn't come all the way around the world to lose. She came to fight. She came to become a champion. I'm talking about Michele Green.
Indianapolis, the Unicycle Big Al, Alice Crowley.
Well, we've seen Alice Crowley in the JCP ring once before, but this is the first time we will see her on the wide world of wrestling. Very excited to see what she has in store for the international Swiss sensation, Michele Green. Obviously, we talked about the huge implications here, climbing the ladder for the women's championship. Of course, the champion, Dream Girl Ellie. She's going to have to face somebody, maybe one of these two ladies right here. We'll find out next week who she'll be facing.
Well, I got to say right now, Matt, there are some tough women around East Tennessee who are getting in the wrestling business, who are getting in the wrestling scene and mixing it up. But right here at Joe Kazana Promotions,
I start here with these series of arm drags, 3 arm drags by Crowley to get us started, and then we're going right to it here. Wasted no time here because the implications, like we said, they're big implications here.
Yeah, and I was saying JCP wants to have the greatest and have invited the greatest. in the Southeastern area to come be a part of their women's division, because both of these ladies are the cream of the crop right now and still in their early years in wrestling.
Nice fisherman suplex right there by Crowley. She gets almost a near fall, 2.5, as Green has to retreat to the outside. But got to hand it to her. She realized she was in a bad spot early, and she rolls out to the outside.
It was a smart move, no doubt about it. She is intellectually far above so many people, not just women, but men in the business as well right now. She speaks 5 different languages. She looks at the grand scope of things, and she understands what she has to do. And if she's not feeling it, she's going to roll out and she's going to take a walk and come right back in and gain an advantage.
The old saying, beauty and brains. She has both, including the brains right there. Nice side Russian leg sweep. And she has the upper hand. Look at the cradle here, and nearly put it away at 2.
Yes. Alice Crowley's been around for a while. She would be the veteran in the ring right there, but look at Michele Green take advantage and gain control. You got to give it to both of these ladies. I mean, they've been putting the work in and now wanting to compete for the greatest prize in the Southeast.
That's right, the Women's Championship, of course. We talked about the champion, Dream Girl Ellie. No doubt she must be watching this match somewhere, scouting potential future challengers for her Women's Championship upon her return to the wide world of wrestling. What a forearm right there.
Yeah.
She learned from the best. That was right on the mush.
I tell you what, Michele Green was never one to shy away from hard work, and she's not afraid to fight anybody. Ooh. Another good solid shot.
She's not afraid of physicality either. Look at those forearm shots. And as she educates this crowd on how great she is, follows up with a snapmare. Crowley almost comes up to her feet and eats a huge clothesline on the mat. Here's a cover. Carson, the referee, in position for a 2. When Green looks frustrated here, she can't get off track.
No. I was going to say, you need to be on your game the whole time, because Michele Green, she is a student of the game.
Green looking for the fisherman buster. Inside cradle here, shoulders down. And almost scored a big win is Alice Crowley.
Alice Crowley has been very impressive as well. She just needs to know. I think she might have been caught off guard by Michele Green's aggression. And I don't know if Alice has ever wrestled anybody as aggressive as a Swiss sensation.
Well, Crowley is not afraid to become physical in the ring, but when you see someone as intellectually beautiful and intelligent as Michele Green, you don't see that aggressive side coming, Doc, until you get hit right in the face.
I don't know. I think women can read women pretty well, actually. And
sure read them better than I can.
Yeah, you got a Michele Green. You got Michele Green on a roll here, and she's not letting up, and that's what it takes. Being aggressive and going for the pin, though, Michele. Put her away.
Series of splashes in the corner there, but again, as Doc's saying here, needs to go for the cover, and she's going up for a high-risk move here.
Whoa!
And she caught her with, maybe what was a double axe handle smash right there, and gets almost a 3.
Barely out of there for Alice. Good job.
Michele Green had a nice back-to-back series of offensive strikes here, nearly puts the match in her favor.
Well, Michele Green stayed on top, though, and she's punishing Alice. She's had the better part of this match in her favor. But I still think she needs to go for a cover here.
She's punishing Crowley, but as I'm sitting here thinking, she's letting Crowley survive. She's still alive in this match, and Crowley can get you from out of nowhere.
Exactly.
Green's got to close that door.
Yeah, she needs to put her away as quick as she can. She's taking a strategy, not bad, wearing her down. But you got to get to a point where you know you got enough strength left in you where you can hook it and go for the 1, 2, 3.
We hear the crowd here in the 68 Wholesale Arena getting behind Crowley, and there
shot
is a nice slam right there. The shoulder, both girls are down here. This is the turning point. If Crowley could get back up to her feet, she may regain control.
Yeah, Crowley, Alice is she's a wily veteran. I think she's didn't take as much of the blow as Michele Green did, but she's coming up.
You see the look of exhaustion on the face of Alice Crowley. She has had a grueling match. Michele Green has given all she's got as she's going back to the attack here. Maybe looking for another leg sweep. Oh, no. Maybe a reverse DDT of some sorts here.
She waited too long, Matt.
She pandered too much to the audience and paid for it. And there's Crowley with some solid forearm strikes of her own. These girls getting as physical as any of the guys you see on this roster.
Good.
That running forearm again. Crowley getting the momentum behind her here.
Good.
What a clothesline.
Wow. Alice has really come alive, and Michele Green is paying for it right now. Good fall away slam.
And she may have it right here. Michele Green may be regretting not putting Crowley away earlier. Like we said, she left the window open too long.
Yeah, you took too much time enjoying that torture you were delivering, but right now you're paying for it, Michele. You had an opportunity.
Now Crowley needs to try to put Green away if possible. Maybe that's what she's intending to do here, looking maybe for a suplex or another fisherman buster.
Reversal.
Green is definitely a student of the game. You could tell she's set under some great learning trees, including yours, Doc, but a nice standing switch here by Crowley.
Here we go. It
Kind of
looks
roll
like,
here.
Yeah.
But Green reverses, and I think she has the tights.
Whoa, what about that?
Green had a handful of the tights.
You're talking about taking advantage of your opportunity. You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, Matt. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Michele Green knows she just committed highway robbery, and she's out of here. Wrestling fans, we have been told by the commissioner, Tim Horner, a huge match has been signed for next week here on the Wide World of Wrestling. It is Jeremiah Plunkett taking on the man that is now joining me at this time, one half of Level X. He is unforgettable, Axton Ray. Axton, welcome back to the United States after what was a successful tour in Europe for you. Obviously, you're probably jet-lagged right now, just a little on the tired side. You got a week to prepare for a ginormous one-on-one match with one of the top independent wrestling stars in the world, Jeremiah Plunkett. Your thoughts?
First off, Matt Rhodes, it is so great to be back home. And yes, next week I do have a big match. But let me just go back. Let me rewind. It was so amazing to tour all over England, learning the different styles of professional wrestling, honing my craft. But next week, Jeremiah Plunkett better be ready for a fight, because I'm ready. I'm back home and I'm ready to fight. And
hold on. Wait. Brilliant. You've been to Britain, huh? Sweet. You enjoy your flight? Is that your first time on a plane? I can tell it is, because you're bragging about it all day and all night. Axton, you were over in Britain having your tea and crumpets, learning little hammerlocks and stuff. I've been here eating steak and potatoes and throwing potatoes, if you know what I mean, kid. You need to stop thinking about where you've been and start thinking about where you're going to go. That's right here with some bangers and mash. See you next week.
Well, the temperature has been turned up. Next week, ladies and gentlemen, is Jeremiah Plunkett and Axton one-on-one on the Wide World of Wrestling.
Finally, you can do this at home. Hard-hitting, high-flying action from all your favorite indie wrestlers around the world. Build your locker room and challenge your friends in all different match types. There's a 1 in 10 chance for signed or legendary cards in every box. Superjaw's Indie Supercard, available at superjawpro.com.
Folks, we're back here on the Wide World of Wrestling, and we've got an exciting, devious young tag team making their debut this week on the Wide World of Wrestling. That is the New Age Villains. They are joining me at this time. Nathan Cross, Ryan Riley, I've seen you two many places in the past. You make your debut here this week. Take it on the Stu Crew. Nathan Cross, your thoughts?
No, Matt Rhodes. We don't start there. You see, all week long, the people have heard the news, the rumors that NAV is coming to JCP. Well, as you can see, it isn't rumors. We're here in living color. And tonight, we get the Stu Crew in tag team action, a team we're rather familiar with. But Ryan Riley, why don't you let the Stu Crew know what's going to happen when they step in the ring with NAV?
You want my thoughts, Matt Rhodes?
Here's my thoughts. My thoughts is that everyone here, every wrestler in this freaking business, they all talk too much. So I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to show up here at JCP tonight. We're going to go stew that crew, and then we're going to go seek all the heat, and we're going to take the tag team titles with us. How's that sound for a plan?
It starts tonight, Matt Rhodes, because we're going to show JCP and the entire wide world of wrestling what tag team excellence looks like.
There you have it from the New Age Villains. It'll be an interesting matchup as they take on the Stew Crew in a matter of moments.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
Well, that only means one thing. It's time for the man that claims he is the dirtiest player in the game. The Nature Boy set for action.
From the city of gold, Ringgold, Georgia, the Nature Boy, Paul Lee.
Talk about splendor. Talk about being professional.
Well, the Nature Boy is back this week. He's had 2 good outings so far, looking for another win this week, but he's going to have the young Tyler Thorn to contend with, and this one will not be a walk in the park for the Nature Boy.
No, it may not be a walk in the park, but I will promise you young Tyler Thorn is going to get a lesson that he won't ever forget, or at least soon forget. How about that?
Indeed, he is in the ring with wrestling royalty, as Paul Lee would tell you, the Nature Boy.
And his opponent.
I just took a DNA test, turns out I'm 100% that. Even when I'm crying crazy, yeah, I got boy problems, that's the human in me. Bling bling, and I saw them, that's the goddess in me. You could have had a bad bit, knock a middle.
Nashville, Tennessee, weighing in at 230 pounds, he is better than the best, Tyler Thorn.
Young second-generation competitor making his way to the ring, who we've seen before here on the wide world of wrestling. He looks to have a different outcome than the last time we saw him. But Tyler Thorn, a very talented young man, looks to make an impact here. What a no bigger way to make an impact and a name for yourself to defeat the Nature Boy, Paul Lee.
Yeah, certainly young Tyler Thorn has stars in his eyes and dreams along with those aspirations, but it doesn't take long to snuff all those out or create a reputation.
Enough of that. Let me make it clear. I am the real Nature Boy.
Good point.
Often imitated but never duplicated, son. That's right. Everybody here in this building came to see me. And if you kids don't be quiet, go play in traffic. But as far as I'm concerned, this is my ring. Anytime the Nature Boy gets in a ring, it belongs to me because I control everything. I'm the real deal, pal. That's right. All the ladies came to see me, and all these men with 2 or 3 teeth want to be me.
Oh, he's insulting the Sweetwater crowd.
Whenever the Nature Boy's in the house, there is only one rule. Only one rule. You can woo me, just don't boo me.
Wow, that's a good rule to have. That is a good rule for the Nature Boy if you think about it.
Well, this crowd obviously didn't agree with that. Now, Tyler Thorn wanting his time on the mic.
Of course. Why shouldn't he?
You know what, Paul Lee? All I'm hearing is blah, blah, blah. I want my ass whipped by Thorn.
Oh.
You want to come out here? Woo! No booing, though. But I promise you one thing, Paulie. I am on a mission, and that mission is to whip anybody's ass that stands in front of me.
Oh, it's back and forth here. Let's get this thing started.
You know what? Time I get through with you, I'm going to chop you so hard you're going to lose 10 pounds, son. That's right. That's the bottom line. Woo! That's it.
Personal insult here.
Yeah, sticks and stones, though. Let's go ahead and let's see what they can do when they fight.
And the bell finally rings on this one here. A little pre-match trash talking. And now we go with a chop war here. And Thorn, no slouch. Very strong young man. Big clothesline drops the Nature Boy.
Good clothesline.
And now you see the rights reigning in here. Referee admonishing him, telling him open the fist, and down goes the Nature Boy.
It's not a bad strategy to go after the guy right off the bat. I mean, a guy like Paul Lee especially, you better stay on him, man.
Tyler Thorn taking it right to Paul Lee, going for the backdrop. Oh, and a nice swinging net breaker by the veteran, who was a step ahead right there.
Yeah, never put your head down. Always you got to keep your eyes on Paul Lee.
And just like that, the self-proclaimed dirtiest player in the game takes control. And now the stops here in the quarter. Tyler Thorn maybe wishing he is somewhere else right about now.
Well, he's the guy who picked this business. He's the guy who picked the opportunity to get in there against Nature Boy tonight. So why not make the best of it? Wow,
look at that.
Interesting move.
Nice move by Paul Lee, moving like a cruiserweight here. He's a very nonchalant cover to follow, and only a 1 count. We recently saw Paul Lee do the Canadian Destroyer in the ring. On a recent episode.
That's the thing about Paul Lee is he's not afraid to try something new. He's not afraid to innovate. He's not afraid to punish his man. He enjoys being in the spotlight, and that gives him the thrill, that gives him the rush, and encourages him even more. So I double dog dare anybody to tell me he's not the Nature Boy.
All right, now he's giving him an old country-style whooping right here, that being Tyler Thorn. Working all the way around the ring, all 4 corners now. With the chops, this time he's going to send him off. Oh, Lee, goes upside down on the apron. He thinks he's got the advantage.
Good shots.
And those right hands by Thorn and a drop kick. Takes the Nature Boy to the outside, and now this match spilling over to the floor.
Yeah, this might not be a good idea for Tyler Thorn because Paul Lee, you talk about being the dirtiest player in the game. There are so many, things, yes.
And I'm not sure if the referee saw that or not, but
it's kind of hard to see it when you're in the ring and they're in the outside. That's why I said Paul Lee had the advantage, and Tyler Thorn made the mistake of coming out. Now he's paying the price.
Well, Tyler Thorn won't be having any late night plans anytime soon. After
You don't
the
know
Nature
that.
Boy.
You don't know that. Now you're assuming again.
Well, I've never been mule kicked there, but I assume that kind of does it in for the night. But maybe Tyler Thorn has something I don't.
Yeah, or maybe you don't know what he does at night. That's the point.
Maybe not.
Yes.
But right now, Tyler Thorn is staring face down at the canvas.
Yeah, he was about to get nailed by the Nature Boy. He's about to be punished again by the Nature Boy. Look again. Talk about an innovator. Talk about a guy who brings new things to the ring every time.
Look at this.
He steps in.
Look at this power right here. Head going right into that bottom turnbuckle 3 or 4 times there. That is very effective.
And cover.
Thorn wisely grabs the bottom rope. As we said, Thorn, a second-generation star. He's been around the sport his entire life. He knows his way around that ring. Obviously, an example right there. He grabbed that bottom rope.
Yeah, if he knew exactly what he needed to do next was not give the Nature Boy this much time to recover. He would have been a little more aggressive there, too, as well. But give Tyler Thorn credit. He's not backing off.
Thorn's back on offense here. Shaking off that attack from the Nature Boy. There's some knee strikes there. A couple of them found their mark here, and the Nature Boy in trouble here. The referee's got to step in to try to separate them.
Yeah, you got to step in and get Nate off the ropes.
Hey, look out here. That's a page out of Paul Lee's playbook. Going to break the rules. He's got a chain.
Whoa.
When he eats a turnbuckle. Don't know if the referee notices the chain or not. Oh, and he kicks his legs out from under him. Paul Lee, a wily veteran. We go for a ride here. Oh, bust the knee. Single leg takedown. It's time maybe to go with a figure 4 leg lock.
Oh, here we are. Here's the wind up.
And I don't see how you escape from this. He's got it locked in the center of the ring. Will Thorn have to tap?
I don't know that I've seen anybody get out of this figure 4 leg lock applied by Paul Lee.
Oh, and Lee's got the ropes for leverage, and that's it.
That's it.
And this one is over. Once he grabbed that bottom rope, it was too much leverage for Thorn to handle, and he has to tap.
And your winner, Paul Lee.
An impressive win by Nature Boy Paul Lee. You have to admit that too, I believe.
It certainly was, but again, assistance from the bottom rope gets the win for that man, the Nature Boy, Paul Lee. We still have our main event. It's the New Age Villains and the Stu Crew on the Wide World of Wrestling.
All right, folks, we're back here on the Wide World of Wrestling, and we're going to be joined at this time by no doubt the hottest team right now at JCP, the Stewart brothers, the Stu Crew, Zach and Dillon Stewart, Silverback, Twisted Steel. You have the opportunity today to face a team you know very well, but they are making their Wide World of Wrestling debut. That is the New Age Villains. Let me get your thoughts on that big match.
Today, we battle NAV, one of the other best young up-and-coming tag teams in the area. And we've been on quite the roll here at JCP. Dysfunction, Level X, Heat Seekers, Viva La Amish, we battled them all. And now we're looking to take the next step into getting the titles from the Heat Seekers.
Big goals. Twisted Steel, you know Ryan Riley and Nathan Cross very well. You meet once again in the ring this week.
That's right. We do know them very well. We know that we're going to go to war here tonight here at JCP. But the next thing up is going past NAV and getting to the Heat Seekers. We've got their number, and we're going to do whatever it takes to get to the top, baby.
Folks, we're looking forward to a great tag team match here in just a few moments with the Stu Crew and the New Age Villains here on the Wide World of Wrestling.
The following contest is a tag team match, and it is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first. North South Carolina, with a combined weight of 415 pounds, Ryan Riley and Nathan Cross, the New Age Villains.
Doc, here's two aggressive young pit bulls set for their debut this week on the Wide World of Wrestling. Two men I've seen in other places in the past, the New Age Villains. Nathan Cross and Ryan Riley. They'll take on the Stu Crew.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about these guys, but they have been making a name for themselves. But so have the Stu Crew. They've been working around every available opportunity that's been passed down. They've been taking advantage of it. And so have these guys. The New Age Villains are that young, dynamic, back and forth, aggressive tag team, and I think the Stu Crew is going to be a great matchup, and we're in for a hell of a treat.
Two very similar teams. You have the young high flyer in Cross, and you got the powerhouse in Ryan Riley.
Yeah.
We'll wait the arrival of the Stu Crew, Zach and Dillon Stewart. No doubt they're riding a extreme high off of their Coalfield, Tennessee event, the JCP event a few weeks ago, sold out. And these guys were on top.
Weight of 550 pounds, Zach and Dillon Stewart, the Stu Crew.
Doc, as I said, they main evented in their hometown in front of a sold-out crowd. And in many people's minds, they defeated the Heat Seekers that night, but it went an extra 5 minutes past the time limit. The rule book stated the titles could not change hands during that overtime period.
I think that's Tim Horner's doing. As a matter of fact, and I've always said he's nothing but a horse thief and a liar, and he has no scruples whatsoever. Therefore, it should have held true, but obviously Horner had something better to do that night than come to Coalfield and checked out what's going on in championship teams, and things like this happen. He doesn't take any responsibility for it, so I'm going to put all the heat on Horner. It's his fault because you got the Stu Crew and the New Age Villains who both deserve to be tag team champions, and neither one are right now.
Well, obviously, this match will have title implications. No doubt the Heat Seekers, Sigmund especially, is looking on very closely, probably at a monitor somewhere in the back right now.
Why? Why would Sigmund alone? What do you think Elliott's doing? They do everything together.
Well, Sigmund was out here earlier. I had an interview with Sigmund earlier. No Elliott Russell to be seen. Where is the big man? Obviously, I'm sure he'll be here when the time is right. And this one underway. Our main event this week, and a big opportunity for both these teams, but obviously the Stu Crew probably more motivated right now, more than tag team gold. They want to get their hands on the Heat Seekers.
Yeah, well, that's where you slip up sometimes when you have personal revenge on your mind. Instead of just worrying about doing what you need to do and beat people who stand across the ring from you and win championships. I think that's what they want the most. And then they let their pride get in the way and think they have to show what they can do to somebody else like the Heat Seekers instead of just going out and proving it.
We'll start with the powerhouse from the Villains, Ryan Riley. He'll be evenly matched with the Twisted Steel, Dillon Stewart here, but nobody's a match for that big behemoth on the apron, the silverback Zach Stewart. If he gets into this thing, that's the game changer.
Well, I know the Stu Crew are dangerous people, and they enjoy being in the ring and getting physical. They don't mind mixing it up, but again, the reputation of the New Age Villains comes. And
we got some activity here on the aisle here. I don't think I recognize this man.
It's Silas.
Well, we don't have a camera shot, ladies and gentlemen. We apologize for that, but we do have some activity on the aisleway here.
Well, okay, so we've got the Stu Crew and New Age Villains. I mean, I don't know what Silas is doing here, but. I know he's come back from injuries, and maybe he's just wanting to see a really good wrestling match.
We apologize. We don't have the shot of Silas Mason here. Is that?
I'm not really quite sure what he's saying.
He's talking to you, Doc. Again, we don't have a shot of it, and I apologize for that. As the action continues in the ring, there's a big tackle by Ryan Riley. What's this big man doing here? I don't like the looks of this. Hey! We got an issue here. We need some security or something over here at our desk. As the action continues off the back of his partner there. Nick. Well, Doc and Silas Mason, I believe, here. Oh, my goodness. So they face plant Nathan Cross here. And we didn't, I'm sorry, folks, we didn't get a shot of Silas here. But I apologize for that. But the action in the ring was continuing. Obviously, this big behemoth. Well, this guy's, 6'5"? He's huge. Right out here, present at our desk.
Whoa.
Oh, he drank like a sack of rag dolls across the ring. And the big man is like a big steam locomotive, full speed down the tracks. Twisted Steel to the air. Boy, he is an agile young man to be a big man. Here's a cover. Hooks the leg very late, but gets a near fall.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I'm sorry I got distracted there for a minute, man, but I've known Silas for a while. I know he's coming back from a horrific injury. I don't know where he's been. This is the first time I've seen him in a while, and it just kind of, he started getting in my face telling me he wants to kick my butt, and I'm not really sure why.
Stewart goes up and over, and he caught him, throws him over the top with the belly suplex.
Man.
Goes for the cover quickly here, but Cross in the corner, grabs the bottom rope.
Yeah, the New Age Villains are impressing me very much here with their savvy in the ring as well. Very evenly matched tag teams. Wow.
A big forearm shot here, and the New Age Villains here have gained control of this tag match for the moment. Reversal by Stewart. Was that a blind tag may have been made as Cross pulls the rope down.
Well, Dillon saved himself. Good job.
Oh, and he leg trips him right there. Ryan Riley of the Villains.
Good teamwork. Good teamwork.
Question is, who is legal? I thought they were maybe a blind tag. Maybe, obviously, I may be mistaken.
Yeah, well, I got to tell you, I'm impressed with both men on the apron of the ring right now. They were paying attention. At least Riley was paying attention for the New Age Villains.
DDT to the leg there, and they have singled out that leg. You notice when Riley clipped him on the apron, he clipped that left leg.
Yeah, very smart move.
And now the mentality, this pit bull mentality.
Yeah, good.
Aggressive style of the Villains coming out on display.
Listen, I am certainly partial to the Stu Crew, no doubt about it, but I got to give it when I see a great team like the New Age Villains apply what they know, apply what they can do in the ring and doing whatever it takes. That's impressive.
Cover and a kick out. Stu hanging in there. They really went through the adversity in Coalfield, Tennessee just a few short weeks ago. They beat every odd in the world and defeated the Heat Seekers, but was so close to winning those tag team titles. They came up short, and they have carried that ever since.
Yes, they have. You know, once again, I think there needs to be something done about rules like that and decisions like that. But when you think about it, these guys are a great tag team. They do gel well together. They're brothers, and they know each other, what they're thinking. But the New Age Outlaws are brothers in the same sense that they're working together as a unit.
New Age Outlaws.
That's what I said. The New Age Villains. You know what? Sometimes, Matt, when I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about these guys and watching these guys in the ring, and you're talking about not being the champions right now, that's what upsets me the most, because it's people like you and people like Tim Horner who believe you can go 5 minutes more, pin your opponents, but not get the championship. I don't understand that line of thinking, and I'm complaining right now publicly to the commissioners at JCP, and I'd like to have something done about it.
Well, I'll tell you what you can do. You can go call somebody, since you're talking about the Outlaws there. Here you go, call and complain. And here is Stewart here, getting back to the match here. Big Stu is really hurting his partner for the moment. He's come into the ring twice now.
That's where you got to get your cool. You got to realize that you're only harming not only your brother, but you're harming your chances. So you got to relax and you got to stay focused. That's where the Stu Crew, I love them to death, but sometimes they're still in their rookie years, man, and they still have a lot more to go and gain that experience.
A lot to learn still, but right now the Villains proving their worth here. Single leg crab on that weakened leg of Twisted Steel, Dillon Stewart. But look out, here comes Ryan Riley from out of nowhere. Wow. Wipes out Big Stu. Oh, where are you going to... Oh, look at the power of this man. He drove the big 300-plus pound silverback into the post.
Yeah, you got to give it to the New Age Villains because they are working cohesively. They're paying attention. I mean, again, the silverback got distracted and he let himself get tripped and drove back into the ring post.
For a suplex here, looking for a Mexico-style suplex, and Cross made him pay for it right there, right back to that knee. Stewart is on the apron. Big Stu is seething right now and also favoring his back. I think he may have tweaked his back there in that in exchange with Ryan Riley on the outside of the ring. There may be more to that as this match develops.
Well, these guys are smart. The New Age Villains are smart. Keeping pressure on that knee and antagonizing, or at least trying to bring the silverback in. They need to take their time. Breathe. Zach needs to breathe and take it for what it's worth. Get his partner, get his brother as close as he can to him.
Well, pretty close right now. Ryan Riley is going to have to try to make a stop here, and he does. That was near tag. And you see, again, the silverback in frustration, just pulling clumps out of his hair at this pace. as the Villains quick tags in and out, and that left leg has pretty much been decimated here by the New Age Villains.
Repetition, repetition, repetition. These guys know that's the key to wearing their man down. They're using 2 guys on 1 right now, and I truly believe Twisted Steel has been down for about, at least 4 or 5 minutes,
yes.
And they've taken every advantage they can of keeping him down.
It's been a great amount of minutes since the Silverback was in this match, so Dillon Stewart has taken a lot of punishment here. Great camera shot here as Cross doing some trash talking here. Again, the Stu Crew and the Villains, no stranger to one another. They have met in other places in the Mid-Atlantic area in the past.
Well,
man, that was a hard place to be kicked in. That was discretionary by the referee, but he sends him over to the outside. As Cross may be hurt as he takes a nasty spill. Finally comes in. There's the tag. And in comes the Silverback. He's at full throttle with a clothesline and a big boot to the face. Up we go. We're going for the big slam. Look at the power. A drop kick into a Samoan drop.
Wow.
Holy shenanigans.
Yes.
For the win.
Wow.
And a near fall.
That was impressive by a man that size. Oh, my gosh.
Look at the big man move. Look at this.
There we
with
go.
Relative ease. Oh. And now they're looking to double team him here. This would help the Villains tremendously. But as I say that, I see the Southeastern Tag Team Champions walk right by us here at the desk.
Whoa.
The Heat Seekers, they're making their way to the ring. And there you see the Heat Seekers looking on now. What are they doing out here?
Well, I don't know, but it looks like they want a closer look at somebody.
They're looking to send him for the ride. The ride on Highway 55. Oh, it's foiled by Riley. And he saved this match. Here's the cover for a big win for the Villains. Oh, he kicked him right on the referee. What a powerful kick out with a 350-pound plus Silverback. Open hand palm strikes by this big man. Now the shots raining down.
Well, Elliott, watch out. Whoa.
Oh, he kicked his own man. The hell of a kick. And now Cross gonna go for the ride.
Here we go.
On Highway 55. Cover, 2, 3.
That's it.
Stu Crew pulls it off.
And your winners, the Stu Crew.
And no doubt in my mind, they have a date with those 2 men on the outside, the Southeastern Tag Team Champions, Doc. The Stu Crew have a date with Destiny, and they want those titles.
I don't think it's going anywhere off the Heat Seekers' waist right now, but those guys better be ready. I'm talking about Elliott and Sigmund. They better be ready because they're going to have a fight when they get in the ring with the Stu Crew.
For the great Dr. Tom Pritchard, I'm Matt Rhodes. We'll see you next time on the Wide World of Wrestling.